Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you.
You as well.
Are you staying cool throughout this heat wave?
This is the worst. It's the worst.
I got in my car, the temperature said 100. I said, "Oh my goodness."
No, thank you.
And I was in the gym from early on. Like my Mondays are super crazy. Like I go like 6 to noon just straight.
Oh, wow.
So by the time I got outside, like it wasn't that hot when I first got it. So when I got back outside, the
Yeah.
wave just hit me like literally like a wave.
Yeah.
I was just
Oh,
like, whoa, I don't even want to be out here.
nope.
And I'm like, all right, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car. And then I get in the car, it's all muggy. I'm like, oh, get out the car, get out the
That's
let
yeah,
the air start.
that's right.
Oh man. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
there's just a couple things I wanted to go over. I wanted to ask you just about number one, when you first started the program, how are
Yeah.
you feeling?
Lots of stomach issues, the migraines like we talked about.
Yeah.
I think probably more lethargic or sluggish than I realized. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And I know one of the things we talked about was kind of like using this to like get some of those spoons back, to get
Yeah.
some of that energy back.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I've consistently heard with people who, start like treating these meals as like almost like medicine. It's like, oh wow, I start to feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think was like the very best or the main thing that you got out of this?
So I really do think it's probably the white flour, and I think not having as much of that, if any, really cut back on my stomach issues and the migraines that are not apparently not related to my hormones. So that's fantastic. I mean, I was having like two bouts of migraines per month, and they were
Yeah,
three
you were
days.
telling me.
So I cut out one of those, which is, I mean, that's like 3 days back of,
Yeah,
I have
you can.
medicine and the medicine helps, but like I didn't really want to take the medicine. And so
Yeah,
to not have to take it, I mean, it's awesome. It's
that
awesome.
is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you telling me they were like sometimes like debilitating, like that
Yeah.
bad.
Yep.
So anytime you can, and it's almost like you get spoiled when you don't even have to think about it. Because when it's so frequent, you start to really almost like fret and get anxious about like, oh, all right, it's
Yep.
coming soon. Like,
Yep.
and to have to get to like not do that, it kind of
Yeah.
becomes one of those things like, oh, I just thought about the fact that I didn't have to think about the fact that I might, fall into this trap. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Now, one of the questions I had, because you were also making some of these meals for the family. How did the family feel that they got put basically on the meal plan with you?
Yeah. So it's actually not been that bad. So what I've been
Good.
doing, like after the first 5 or so weeks, I really understand now that it's really about a good protein and a good veg, and then a starch mostly for the kids, and then
Yeah.
sometimes I'll fold in a second veggie or I'll do a fruit. So it's actually been pretty good. So my husband got one of those grills, the flat surface grill.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
He,
Like a
he-
griddle.
yeah, like a griddle. So he got that for Christmas. So
Good.
I have been doing my strength class and my yoga class. So he's been making dinners. So it's been fantastic because I'll just,
Awesome.
I'll buy salmon, I'll buy some, red meat of some sort and veggies, and he'll just like cook it all. And he eats
That's
most of
awesome.
what I eat. And then the boys, my teenager loves meats, and which means therefore my 9-year-old loves meats because anything
Yeah.
his brother does. So yeah, my husband cannot go wrong with any meats that he cooks for them. So the veggies are sometimes a little harder sell, but they'll do it. And then it's really easy to just do like a microwave bag of rice for them, or even like
Yeah.
single cups, or like I'll do a big thing of pasta and they'll eat it a couple times throughout the week. So it's ended up not being as crazy as I thought. Like I'm not making multiple meals for everybody. So yeah, it's
It's
been really
good.
good. I'm able to figure out how to do it so that I can eat and eat healthy and the right, portion, but then also feed everybody else with not too much additional.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's
That
it's been
that is
great.
exactly how, I wish how it went with most families.
Yeah.
Some because I work with just naturally I work with a lot of women, and some of the women are like, Mike, I love it, but my kids don't like it or my husband doesn't like it. And
Yeah.
it works the best. And it seems to me that the clients who get the best results, they have the buy-in and the support at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
huge.
I
Now,
mean,
kind of
they're
go
not
ahead.
eating quinoa. Nobody's eating quinoa but me. But other than
Really? The quinoa and the chicken
yeah.
and all right.
That took a little bit for even me to get used to the quinoa, but now I don't mind it. Now I kind of like it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So kind of along the same lines, one of the questions I asked was, what was the most difficult? And you could talk about either the programming, like actually sticking to a program, was that difficult, or like the cooking and like what was the most difficult part for you?
Yeah, so I still think the challenge was and continues to be like food as a celebration. So I just grew up in a family where, we go out for ice cream to celebrate something,
Of
or we
course.
just, so it's been those, I think, has been the biggest challenge for me. So started mostly with Mother's Day, and I did have my coffee cake, and I did have somewhat felt sluggish the next day and a little bit of an upset stomach because of the flour. And then, of course, there were both my kids' birthdays in between,
Oh,
and two nephews' birthdays, which we do all the birthdays.
oh my goodness.
And then the last day of school, and then we went to the beach this past weekend. And so, but
Which
I
beach?
found like what works for me is I just sort of let myself, like, if I really want ice cream, I'll just have ice cream, but I don't eat a ton. Like, I ended up just sharing with my dad over the weekend, which was great because he doesn't eat a whole bowl of ice cream either. And so
Okay.
I'm trying to make accommodations where I can still enjoy or take part in the celebration of the food, but in a way that's maybe healthier for me. So I think that's hard, but also it's been really good for me to see that I can still enjoy, going to the parties and even like have a bite of the cupcake because my sister makes good cupcakes, but not eat the whole thing. And
Yeah. That's
so,
part of the balance,
yeah,
though.
yeah,
That's part of the balance that I think is so important. I feel like if you do a really good job of being conscious and direct with what you do for a majority of the time, I call it my 80-20 rule. That 20% of the time you can, like, veer off, and your body will respond well to it. I tell people all the time, your body's never going to punish you for one snack you eat. It's never
yeah,
that one snack. It's usually
right.
the one snack that tips you over the scale because you've had other snacks
Yeah,
throughout
right.
there.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I really love that, and I really love the fact that, because it's freeing. You never want to feel like, in a program you're like trapped.
yeah,
I never wanted it to feel like in the program, even though I know the beginning was hard, like
yeah,
being so restrictive in the very
yeah,
beginning. But like,
yeah,
learning what were the triggers and what
yep,
was going to like upset you was key. But after that, I hope you felt that it was a little more like lenient and open, and like some, we had some like snacks and stuff like that. But
yeah,
that's really cool. So my next question is some of your results. You already told me about some of
yeah,
them, but go ahead, brag about
yeah.
yourself.
So it's really been, I think that's part of what's been really helpful with this is those first 5 weeks. I really was feeling better once I think my system got, the white
Reset.
flour stuff, everything got reset. I think I had more energy and I felt better, and I could see myself losing weight too, which again, I didn't want this to be about that, but like it is nice that my clothes feel good. And I
Yes,
could see that progress on almost like a week to week basis. And it wasn't like, I mean, I wasn't losing like a ton of weight every week, but it was enough to kind of be reinforcing.
of
So,
course.
yeah. So I think having lost a little bit of weight and the clothes fitting, and then, I mean, nothing beats not having the stomach issues I was having before
Yeah,
and the migraines. And so, I mean, I'm just, yeah, so much better.
that is awesome. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say that. What you say, 7 pounds?
Yeah. I think I'm down about 7 pounds. Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
really good. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Yeah.
And one of the things I kind of bounce back and forth. And I think I'm very fairly consistent in this, but
Mhm.
I'm all about longevity and
Yeah.
health as like a tool that you just use for the rest of your life. That's like me over here on this side. But at the
Yeah.
same time, on this side, I want to make sure my people are getting results and getting
Yeah.
results right away, because that's
Yeah.
the biggest motivator. That's
Yeah.
like you like, all right, I'm feeling good. I'm seeing the difference. Like
Yeah.
you get self motivated. All right, I'm gonna keep putting money into this vending machine that's giving me what I like.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I am super happy about that.
Yeah. Me
I'm
too.
super glad. Like one of the things that I care the most about are people coming out of this thing feeling really good.
Hmm.
and feeling that they can sustain those things that got them feeling really good.
Yep.
That's like my number one and number two goal for these programs, because they are short-term programs, but I
Hmm.
hope that the behaviors and even some of the recipes are not short-term, that you like keep them in your arsenal, and
Yep.
that you maybe in some of them that you really find some that you enjoy,
Yep.
find some that you like, and find like a flow momentum that you can carry, keep
Hmm.
going and carry it along the way. So I'm super happy about that. Um, what was the most surprising part of this whole thing? Was there anything that shocked you or took you off guard, or was there any recipe that was like, oh, this is weird, this is different, but I like it? Was there anything like that?
Oh, well, yeah. So I've never been a big cottage cheese person, and that like
Same.
cottage cheese whipped with the thawed frozen strawberries is amazing.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna be so gross. And I did put granola in it because I think I need something to kind of cut it. But oh my God,
Yeah.
I like it. I was so surprised. I didn't think I was
Yeah.
gonna like it at
You're
all.
probably like, what is Michael having
Yeah,
me
like
eat
this
right
is gonna
here?
be
There's
disgusting.
another one. Wait, I
Cottage
think
cheese.
there's another one that I'm gonna send you that's another cottage cheese recipe
Okay, yeah,
that you're gonna like. It's like
okay,
cottage cheese with a little bit of like maple syrup
okay,
and I think something else. Like, oh, vanilla extract. So
okay,
you blend it and you make it real smooth. Then you throw some almond flour in it,
okay,
which
okay.
is going to be better. Yeah,
Yep.
and
Mm-hmm.
then and some protein powder, and you
Mm-hmm.
whip it, and it turns into this like cookie dough consistency.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And you throw some chocolate chips in there, and then you got some cookie dough, some
That's
healthy cookie dough.
awesome.
So I'm
Yeah.
putting that. I'm putting that in your package as
Thank
well to
you.
see you
Thank
out,
you.
of
That
course.
sounds great. Yeah.
So yeah, I am just a message away. You're gonna get email just saying like, congrats. You've completed the program. This is like your package on the way out. You'll get like a review or like a summary of like the program that you did,
Mhm.
and you'll get the package of recipes to see you on your way out.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I really just, I'm so glad that I did this. I'm glad that I met you. I love your spirit. And I feel like I really was not convinced that I was gonna really nip some of these stomach issues. And I was super skeptical about the migraines because I really thought it was all my hormones. So I think I'm just like, beyond pleasantly surprised with how I feel
That is
and
awesome.
like and that there's so many options on the list that I like that I can just continue doing this. And
Yes.
so I'm so thankful. Really. Thank you
Oh,
so
I'm
much.
glad.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course. So when you enjoy the rest of your day, look out for that email. Okay.
I will. I will. All
All
right.
right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.